Have you ever felt like the world was against you? Like your dream was just too big, too impossible? Today, I want to share a story that will change the way you see your own struggles. It's a story about a young man who had absolutely nothing, yet managed to achieve everything. He came from a small, forgotten village, nestled deep in the mountains. In this place, dreams were a luxury most couldn't afford. His family was poor, with no connections, no influence, no power. All he had was a single, burning desire tucked away in his heart. A dream to become a doctor. He wanted to heal, to serve, to bring hope to places that had none. But how? The path was steep and riddled with obstacles. Every day was a battle for survival. While other kids his age were playing, he was working. He took any job he could find, no matter how grueling, just to earn enough to eat, just to keep his fragile dream alive. He'd carry heavy loads, work in the fields under the scorching sun, and his hands, though young, quickly became calloused and rough. And the nights? The nights were his sanctuary. When the entire village was shrouded in silence and darkness, a single faint light would flicker from his window. That was him. While others slept, he studied. He'd pore over borrowed, worn-out textbooks, his eyes straining in the dim candlelight. Each page he turned was a step closer to his goal. Sleep was a luxury he sacrificed, replaced by an insatiable hunger for knowledge. Of course, not everyone understood. People in the village would whisper. Some laughed openly. "A doctor? Him?" they'd scoff. "He should be realistic. A poor boy like him can't change his fate." The ridicule was constant, a chorus of doubt that followed him everywhere. It would have been so easy to listen, to give in, to let their words extinguish his inner fire. But he didn't. He used their laughter as fuel. He used their doubt as motivation. Their disbelief only strengthened his resolve. He knew in his heart that their limitations were not his own. He kept his head down, his focus unwavering. He let his work and his studies do the talking. Every drop of sweat, every sleepless night was a silent rebellion against the circumstances he was born into. Years passed. The boy grew into a young man, and the day finally came for him to leave his village. It was a terrifying leap into the unknown. He arrived in the bustling city with nothing but a few meager belongings and that same unshakable dream. The city was a different kind of jungle, impersonal, expensive, and overwhelming. He was just another face in the crowd, a nobody. He enrolled in medical school, but the financial burden was immense. He juggled his demanding studies with multiple part-time jobs. He was a janitor, a waiter, a delivery boy. He often went to bed hungry, his stomach aching, but his mind was always full, digesting complex medical theories and anatomical charts. There were moments of profound despair, moments when he stood on the brink of giving up. He'd look at his reflection, tired, gaunt, and alone, and wonder if it was all worth it. But then he would remember why he started. He'd picture the faces of the people back home, the lack of medical care, the preventable suffering. He'd remember the promise he made to himself under that dim candlelight so many years ago. And that was enough. He would pick himself up, dust himself off, and dive back into his books with renewed determination. He wasn't just studying for himself. He was studying for his entire community. He excelled in his studies. His professors saw a rare passion and dedication in him, a grit that couldn't be taught. He wasn't the smartest student, perhaps, but he was, without a doubt, the hardest working. He absorbed information like a sponge, driven by a purpose that ran deeper than just getting a degree. He wanted to truly understand the art of healing. Finally, after what felt like a lifetime of struggle, the day of his graduation arrived. As he walked across the stage to receive his diploma, his mind flashed back to the small village, the flickering candle, the laughter, the doubt. He had done it. He had climbed the impossible mountain. But the story doesn't end there. He could have stayed in the city, built a lucrative practice, and enjoyed the comfortable life he had fought so hard for. But he didn't. His journey was never about money or prestige. It was about his purpose. So years later, he returned home. The dusty road leading to his village was the same, but he was a different man. The villagers who had once laughed at the dreamer boy now gathered in awe. He had returned, not just as a doctor, but as a living testament to the power of perseverance. He was a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to let your circumstances define you, when you never, ever give up. He opened a small clinic in the village, the very first one they ever had. He treated the sick, comforted the weary, and educated the young. He had brought his dream full circle, back to the place where it all began. His story became a legend, a tale told to children to inspire them to reach for the stars, no matter where they come from. This story isn't just about one man becoming a doctor. It's about the incredible strength of the human spirit. It is a reminder for every single one of us that our starting point does not determine our destination. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how many people tell you that you can't, as long as you hold on to that dream and are willing to work for it, anything is possible. So what's your dream? What's your mountain? Remember this story the next time you feel like giving up. Let it be the fuel for your fire. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content that inspires and uplifts. I'd love to hear about your own dreams in the comments below. Until next time, keep believing.